Okay, this is a night video for my On the Road series. I'm going westbound on the 80, going down a super steep hill. It's Parley's Canyon, which is basically Park City, Utah, heading right into Salt Lake City, Utah. This is one of the steeper ones around America, so if you're watching this video, I'm in a new 2020 Peterbilt 579. I have an automatic 12-speed, and on the back I got a 53-foot reefer, and I'm about 79,500 pounds. So what I recommend, obviously, get in the slow lane. When you get to the very top of Parley's, or any downhill road, freeway, whatever you're going on, Grapevine, Cabbage, Sisters in Wyoming, there's so many steep hills. Parley's is one of the real steep ones. So what I do is I just, obviously get in the slow lane. I put on my flashers, and what I recommend doing is just, taking your time, maybe 45 miles an hour max. You'll see semi trucks blow by me going 60, sometimes almost 70, and you guys can go on YouTube and see videos. I think there's a couple that right around this, when I curve to the right and the left, I think there's one or two semi trucks that have completely flipped out of control, if I remember right, or I'll put a link to them. But since I have a Cummins and a 12-speed, I use my compression brakes, and on the 12-speed automatic, there's 4 positions on your steering wheel where you can use like your Jake brake, is a very common term. It's basically your engine compression. It's the torque of your engine, and since there's 6 big Folger can pistons in this massive Cummins, one position down on the steering wheel has about 2 pistons, supplying some torque. Another position down is 4 pistons, and then 3 positions down is full torque. And then they even have a max mode where you can go a 4th position down, which really makes it nice. So I'm going down right now. If you guys can see, I'm going about 40 miles an hour. I'm definitely in no rush. It is January as I'm producing this video, January 2021. A lot of times there's a ton of snow, but for some reason the wintertime has been really light. So there's no snow right now, which is nice. It's a lot safer too. So what I do is I just, I have my transmission in 10th speed, 10th gear, and I have it in manual mode. Now the automated transmissions, it's not like an automatic in a Suburban, with a torque converter and whatnot. If you do have an automated transmission, there's a lot of similarities to a manual, but it's automated. So if on this transmission on the outside, where you can shift it, if you push it in one position, pardon my voice, I got kind of a raspy voice right now. One position, you just push the outside button, it'll go to M, which means manual. You push it again, it goes to the letter A for automated. So I keep it in manual because anytime I go up or down a hill, it could be steep or just a medium, sloped one, I always put it in manual mode because I like to feel the transmission out and tell it what to do, not the other way around. So I'm just in the slow lane, flashers on. I like 10th gear right now because with full, torque holding me back, it puts me right at about 1700 RPM, which is nice. I'm not over revving because you don't want to rev this thing more than 2000 RPM. I've called Cummins before, and these things are, you can rev them pretty good. And right now, if you can hear, this is at 1900. And it's holding back almost 80,000 pounds. I haven't even hit the brake once from the very top of the summit where I started the video. But one thing I recommend, and I'm not a pro, I don't teach for a living, but I've got a lot of miles and I come down this thing a lot, and I've never fried brakes anywhere. And I do doubles as well, Montana, Wyoming. I've been on all the steepest hills around the country. I'm going to slow the truck up right now, but what I do is I hit the brake really hard. You're not going to brake it, but I just do it for 2 or 3 seconds and then I let off. Some people ride the brake like you're in a Suburban, and you don't want to do that in a semi-truck. You're going to heat them up, and you're going to start smelling them, and yeah, you can catch them on fire. There's plenty of video that probably shows it on YouTube as well. So I'm going to hit the brake. Well, right now I just upshifted. I'm in 11th gear right now. Let me go down to 10th, and to slow me up, I just go, here we go, 1, 2, 3. All right, I just jammed the brakes super hard, and it slowed me up easily, oh God, 5 to 7 miles an hour, which is fine because right now I'm at a 3% grade. I still have the engine compression on, the Jake, and I still have it in 10th gear, which is fine because I'm at 1500 RPM. I'm going about 45 miles an hour, which is okay. It's nice and safe. It's not too fast, not too slow, and being fully loaded. Some of these turns are pretty steep, or pretty curvy, so it'll shift your trailer. If you're not paying attention, it can definitely shift your trailer quite extreme. Now at the bottom of Parley, and if you're just joining the video, I'm going westbound on the 80 freeway. So when you get into Salt Lake City, this goes clear across Salt Lake, and it'll start heading towards Tooele, Wendover, Elko, Reno, Sacramento. So if you're not familiar with the freeways, the 80 freeway is it just goes basically east to west, west to east. But this one, this video I started up in Park City, Utah, and Parley's, going up it, it's very steep, and coming down, you just want to be safe, be in the slow lane. Obviously you're going to do what you're going to do. The more you drive, the more confident you get, and even though you should take your time, I definitely understand there's truckers out there that's going to go 60, 70 miles an hour down this in the center lane. And right now I just keep it 45. I just like to keep it right in the middle. But as you'll see a guy here, it's probably gasoline or milk, but I just want to show you a guy. This is what I don't recommend, and that's gasoline right there, and you can see that guy, he's going like 65 miles an hour and he's hauling ass. I don't recommend that, but all I can do is just film life and just kind of tell everybody what I like to do just to be safe. And I've never had an accident, I've never fried my brakes once, and I just let the engine kind of do its biz. And it all depends what kind of truck you have. I mean, I'm lucky enough to have a new Peterbilt, and I'm a big Pete fan, and I love these 12-speed automatics. They make 10 speeds. I mean, there's plenty of automatics out there. You either love them or hate them, but if you're lucky enough to have a new truck, or a newer truck, like 5 years or newer, the automated transmissions, I think they run really good, and I run them hard. I go up and down all the Wyoming, Montana. I've done double trailers. I haven't done triple, but I've done double in the snow, single. And right now this, I just have a 53-foot Great Dane on the back. And this video, I know it's kind of, a little dark and whatnot, but this is just Parley's. All right, so anyway, westbound going down Parley's, Park City, Utah, into Salt Lake City, Utah. And what I just did in my automated transmission, I just put it in manual mode. I put it in 10th gear, and then I put my lever all the way down, so I have all 6 pistons, giving me a crap load of torque to keep you nice and safe at 45. This whole video, I didn't even hit my brake once. The only time I did is just to kind of give you an example of how I slow the truck up. I never ride the brakes ever, hit them hard. And my training comes from a guy that had 3-4 million miles. Nicest guy in the world. And he just said, watch what I do, and if it works for you, great. And he just taught me, when you're going down a hill, just don't be scared of your brakes. Go ahead and hit them. Obviously if you're in snow or ice, that's a different situation. But if you got a lot of traction like I do right now, no snow, it's 40 degrees, plenty of traction. He says don't hit your brakes more than 3 seconds, and if you're going to hit them like you mean it. Don't feather them. These things are 80,000 pounds, so hit your brake rather hard if you have the traction. Just 1, 2, 3, let the brake go. See how your speed is. Go another 5, 10, 20 seconds. Maybe you're fine the rest of the hill down, but yeah, don't be afraid to hit your brakes rather hard. You know, slow you up right away and then let them go. But don't brake real hard after 3 seconds, because you're going to start smelling them, and God forbid they light on fire. You know, a lot of bad things can happen if you lose your brakes. So, but this is just what I do. I know there's a lot of opinions out there on how to go down, you know, steep hills or go up steep hills, but all I can say is this has worked for me over a 10-year period, and you know, 1 million, I don't even know how many miles I got now, well over 1 million at this point. But I live in Salt Lake City, so I come down Parley all the time. So, all right, well anyway, I know it was kind of a dark video. Hopefully this helps, and you guys be safe. And if you like the video, please like it, you know, comment below if there's any other videos that I can maybe produce to help you out, and subscribe to my channel, and hopefully there's some value there for you. All right guys, okay, be safe out there. I'll see you guys next video. Take care.